Welcome friends. Let us go for the extension. The next is some other important compounds of sodium. One of the important compounds of sodium is sodium carbonate, and sodium carbonate is having the general formula as Na2CO3 because carbonate is bivalent anion and it can combine with the 2 units of cation, that is of sodium. Such particular compound is said to be the sodium carbonate, whereas it is also known as washing soda, and moreover it is available in different varieties of forms like Na2CO3 without having any kind of water, that is said to be the soda ash, and also it is known as light ash also. Similarly, sodium carbonate monohydrate is there, which is generally used in the preparation of the glass, and sodium carbonate 7H2O heptahydrate is also there. Sodium carbonate 10H2O, that is said to be decahydrate. This decahydrate is used as washing soda and it is used in soaps as well as the detergents. Whereas occurrence in the ashes of the marine plants, generally the sodium carbonate is present. Whereas as a natural deposit, it is also available as SASI, sodium carbonate in India, and the sodium carbonate and the sodium bicarbonate dihydrate, which is also known as Torna, which is available in Egypt. Let us go for the preparation methods. Sodium carbonate is prepared by the methods like Leblanc process, Solvay soda ammonia process, and electrolytic process. Out of these processes, the Solvay ammonia soda process is the important process. Though it is important, we will discuss all the process in sequence as per their preparation methods are concerned. In Leblanc process, the required chemicals for the preparation of sodium carbonate are sodium chloride, sulfuric acid, coke as well as the calcium carbonates are required. It involves the stages. The stage 1, we will prepare sodium sulfate first, and that is said to be the salt cake. Sodium chloride and reaction with sulfuric acid, that leads to the formation of sodium bisulfate. Sodium bisulfate and reaction with once again sodium chloride, that is converted to sodium sulfate, that is said to be the salt cake. Stage 2, the formed salt cake is converted to black ash, whereas in this reaction sodium sulfate is allowed to react with coke followed by the calcium carbonate. Double displacement reaction takes place. It leads to the formation of sodium carbonate followed by coke reduces the sulfate to the sulfide and forming carbon monoxide. Thus, whatever the expected calcium sulfate is there, that calcium sulfate undergoes reduction to calcium sulfide followed by carbon monoxide. Yes, the calcium sulfate expected undergoes reduction and it is converted to calcium sulfide followed by carbon and the oxygen combination leads to the formation of carbon monoxide, a gas which increases the entropy and makes the process to occur in the forward direction. And this particular combination gas will be evaporated. Calcium carbonate and the sodium carbonate and the calcium sulfate combination is said to be the black ash. This black ash on reaction with water, this is recovery, stage number 3. The sodium carbonate is soluble in water, calcium sulfate forms a precipitate, we can separate the things, and the aqueous solution of sodium carbonate on evaporation, on heating, slowly it is converted to solid sodium carbonate. The best and the important process for the preparation of sodium carbonate is Solvay process. It is the most economic as well as the efficient process. In this method, the raw materials required for the preparation of sodium carbonate are sodium chloride, calcium carbonate as well as ammonia. Whereas here what we are preparing, sodium carbonate we are preparing. So we require sodium chloride, sodium, and also calcium carbonate related carbon dioxide is utilized over there, and remaining compounds are recycled and remaining compounds are just present as it is in the process of getting of sodium carbonate. No more extra addition of ammonia are required. Once a little quantity of ammonia is taken, that is cycled through this process for the generation of the sodium carbonate. Let us go for the reactions, what are going to be happening and why it is most efficient as well as the effective. See here, calcium carbonate, that is limestone, on heating it produces calcium oxide and the carbon dioxide. Everybody knows, yes, calcium oxide is a basic oxide, whereas carbon dioxide is carbon related oxide, that is acidic oxide, whereas carbon dioxide is a gas, calcium oxide is a solid. Here we will take the help of calcium oxide individually, carbon dioxide individually, and we will generate once again carbon dioxide to certain extent also. I will listen. This carbon dioxide gas, and this is necessary, and at the same time some ammonia gas followed by water combination is taken in a cylinder. As a result, what happens is these three components combines with one another, and that leads to the formation of ammonium bicarbonate. See, ammonia on reaction with water, ammonium hydroxide followed by carbon dioxide, ammonium bicarbonate formation takes place because ammonium hydroxide is basic in nature. That ammonium hydroxide on reaction with non-metal oxide, that is acidic oxide, neutralization reaction takes place that leads to the formation of ammonium bicarbonate. Here there is no oxidation, there is no reduction, hence this particular formation of ammonium bicarbonate is a non-redox reaction. Whereas this is also non-redox reaction, this is also non-redox reaction. Whereas this ammonium bicarbonate on reaction with the sodium chloride, double displacement reaction takes place. It is also a non-redox reaction. Here ammonium cation is replaced by the sodium cation. As a result, it is converted to sodium bicarbonate followed by ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride formation takes place. Whereas the sodium bicarbonate is a solid, and on heating that sodium bicarbonate decomposes and it is converted to sodium carbonate followed by carbon dioxide and the water. Water in the form of water vapor can be removed. Carbon dioxide is already gas, thus you will be getting the solid sodium carbonate. In this process, out of the total amount of the carbon quantity, some quantity is present in the form of sodium carbonate, and the some portion of the some quantity of the carbon is comes out in the form of carbon dioxide gas. So therefore some carbon dioxide that whatever we required is once again recovered over here, but it is not the complete. We always use it to take the amounts of calcium carbonate because the generated carbon dioxide is not sufficient for the proceeding of the process in the second time, third time. Yes, this quantity recovered will be little compared to the quantity required. Whereas here in this process the beauty is like this. Whatever the calcium oxide is there, that is basic oxide. That basic oxide on reaction with water, it produces calcium hydroxide. Yes, calcium hydroxide is base. This calcium hydroxide on reaction with ammonium chloride. Yes, here we got a solid, that is ammonium chloride, combination of ammonia and the chlorides, that is weak base and the strong acid, that is acidic nature containing salt is produced, that is ammonium chloride. Base followed by salt of acidic nature recombination occurs, that leads to the formation of an important chemical compound, that is calcium chloride followed by ammonia and the water. Yes, here we are getting once again here an important compound calcium chloride as a byproduct. We will keep it aside, followed by ammonia followed by water molecule formation occurs. Thus this ammonia is sufficient for the second cycle, for the third cycle, etc., etc. So therefore whatever the ammonia is produced over here, that will be sufficient enough for the starting part of the process of addition of ammonia to carbon dioxide to form corresponding ammonium bicarbonate. Whichever amount of ammonia is required, that will be recovered. Thus in this process what happens is ammonia is recovered, ammonia, no more amount of ammonia is once again to be taken. If some quantity of ammonia, if you start the reaction, it is going to be continued. And secondly, some amount of carbon dioxide is also recovered, but we have to take the considerable amount of calcium carbonate also. Yes. The next is an important compound like calcium chloride, a valuable compound having a lot of importance in the laboratory, is prepared. And in this process the yields and the purity are also very good, and this method is said to be the Solvay soda ammonia process, because here we are using ammonia, here we are using calcium hydroxide, and this is invented by Solvay. Hence on behalf of these of all things, it is said to be the Solvay soda ammonia process. Thus all the reactions present in the process are non-redox reactions. In this process the beauty is like this: the required amount of ammonia is recovered, so therefore with small amount of ammonia we can repeatedly makes the process to occur, and some amount of carbon dioxide is also recovered, and an important compound like calcium chloride is also prepared, and it is having excess yield, and the purity of the sodium carbonate obtained is also very high. Another one important thing that has to be remembered logically regarding the Solvay soda ammonia process is, after addition of sodium chloride towards the ammonium bicarbonate, it leads to the formation of sodium bicarbonate as well as ammonium chloride. Whereas this sodium bicarbonate is having lesser solubility. Due to having of lesser solubility, it will be precipitated as the concentration increases to a little extent. That leads to the precipitation. Thus, the precipitated sodium bicarbonate is taken out, and on subjecting to heating conditions, that is converted to sodium carbonate. Whereas in this way, suppose if I want to prepare the potassium bicarbonate and the potassium carbonate, that becomes difficult, because whatever the potassium bicarbonate is formed over here, that is having excess solubility, lot of amount of potassium carbonate is present in the solution as it is in a soluble situation. Thus the solid potassium carbonate extraction becomes difficult, thereby the heating at the second step becomes difficult. Thus the preparation of solid potassium bicarbonate as well as potassium carbonate becomes difficult. In the same process that is applied for the Solvay, the same thing is not applicable for the preparation of potassium bicarbonate and the potassium carbonate, because these are having higher solubilities. Solubility of the potassium bicarbonate is very high, hence it is can't made in the form of a solid. Recovery becomes difficult. If it is difficult, the corresponding preparation of potassium carbonate is also difficult. Thus, this method is just applicable for the most convenient for the preparation of sodium carbonate, but not the potassium carbonate, because potassium bicarbonate is having higher solubility. The third method is electrolytic process, which is an extension of the chemical reactions occurring in the Nelson cell. Whereas in Nelson cell, the aqueous sodium chloride is electrolyzed. As a result, chlorine gas is liberated, hydrogen gas is liberated at corresponding electrodes. The remaining sodium plus as well as the OH minus combines and leads to the formation of sodium hydroxide, and it enters through the perforated holes present in the steel container and comes at the bottom. Whereas that sodium hydroxide, whatever is formed, after formation of the sodium hydroxide, on sending excess amount of carbon dioxide gas, what happens is sodium carbonate formation takes place. This sodium carbonate is also present in water. On evaporation, it loses the excess amount of whichever water is there, and it is available in the form of Na2CO3 10H2 on heating. Sodium carbonate decahydrate, that is washing soda, is obtained. Yes, properties of sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate is white crystalline solid, whereas it is efflorescence in nature. It loses water molecules and it is converted to dehydrate, that is anhydrate of sodium carbonate, Na2CO3 is obtained. That is said to be the soda ash. Whereas action of acids, see, sodium carbonate is combination of sodium hydroxide and the carbonic acid, in which the base is the strong dominating, whereas acid is weak, hence it is having basic nature. As being it is having basic nature, it readily combines with the counterparts like acids. Like HCl, it forms two varieties of salts. In the beginning, it forms sodium bicarbonate. With excess amount of addition of HCl, it leads to the formation of sodium chloride followed by carbonic acid formation takes place. That is nothing but what? Carbon dioxide into the water. Whereas action of non-metal oxides, as being it is basic, non-metal oxides, acidic oxides, with carbon dioxide, that leads to the formation of sodium bicarbonate. With silicon dioxide, sodium silicate formation takes place, followed by carbon dioxide. With sulfur dioxide, sodium sulfide formation takes place, Na2SO3. Whereas this sodium sulfide, once again on reaction with sulfur, leads to the formation of sodium thiosulfate, Na2SO3. Whereas here action on salts other than alkali metals, whichever are not the alkali metals, corresponding salts on reaction with sodium carbonate, what happens is, see, it gives either insoluble hydroxides, normal compounds, or normal carbonates, otherwise the basic carbonates are going to be produced. Suppose on reaction with calcium chloride, here double displacement reaction takes place, sodium chloride followed by calcium carbonate formation occurs. Similarly here barium carbonate formation occurs. These are normal carbonates. Whereas in some cases the basic carbonate formation can occur. Suppose on reaction with magnesium chloride, magnesium carbonate followed by magnesium hydroxide. In this carbon dioxide gas is liberated and this is having OHS, hence it is said to be the basic carbonate. Basic nature containing an adduct in association with carbonate is formed, hence it is said to be the basic carbonate. Similarly, zinc sulfate gives the zinc carbonate followed by zinc hydroxide. 2 times of zinc carbonate to 3 times of zinc hydroxide in association with one water molecule of hydration, that is said to be the basic zinc carbonate. Similarly, copper sulfate gives copper hydroxide to copper carbonate, that is basic copper carbonate. Similarly, lead acid gives, that is lead carbonate and the lead hydroxide, that is basic lead carbonate formation takes place. And metals like ferrous, aluminium, silicon, whatever forms the carbonates, these carbonates are unstable. Immediately on reaction with water, these are converted to corresponding hydroxides. Suppose ferrous is there, that ferric sulfate is converted to ferric carbonate. That ferric carbonate and aluminium carbonate and stannous carbonates are unstable. On reaction with water, the anion is replaced by the OH. As a result, it is converted to same oxidation state containing hydroxide of the metal, that is ferric hydroxide, and carbon dioxide formation occurs. And this reaction is a non-redox reaction. Yes, uses of sodium carbonate. It is used in laundry as washing soda, and also to remove the hardness of water, and in the manufacturing of glass and the sodium hydroxide, in petroleum refining, in textile industry, and to prepare the metal carbonates, and also used as a good laboratory reagent. These are all the uses of the sodium carbonate. Sodium bicarbonate, which is also known as baking soda, having formula NaHCO3, whereas its preparation from sodium carbonate, it is prepared sodium carbonate followed by carbon dioxide and water leads to sodium bicarbonate. Similarly, in the Solvay process, the ammonium bicarbonate on reaction with sodium chloride, in the first step, it leads to the formation of sodium bicarbonate, which is very little amount of solubility is there. As a solid, it can be extracted. And its properties, whereas on heating, it is converted to sodium carbonate, carbon dioxide and the water, reverse is possible. It is amphiphlotic, implies it is ready to accept the protons as well as to give out the protons also, donor and acceptor. As an acceptor, it is converted to carbonic acid. As a donor, it is converted to carbonate ion. And here, another one property is it is basic in nature because it undergoes hydrolysis. On reaction with water, it is converted to strong base followed by weak acid. Carbonic acid is weak, sodium hydroxide is strong, hence it is having basic in nature. The important difference from the sodium carbonate and the bicarbonate to remember is, whatever the non-alkali metal salts which are forming the basic carbonates on reaction with sodium carbonate, those if are allowed to react with the sodium bicarbonate, then as a result of reaction, those of all will forms normal carbonates. So therefore here zinc sulfate, there it is forming basic zinc carbonate, whereas zinc sulfate followed by sodium bicarbonate gives zinc carbonate, sodium sulfate, water and the carbon dioxide formation occurs. There is no change in oxidation numbers of any of the species, hence this reaction is also an example for the non-redox reaction. Uses of baking powder, that is sodium bicarbonate. It is used as medicine, as an antacid because it is having basic nature, and also used as mild antiseptic. And in the preparation of effervescent drinks, that they can give effervescence, can be prepared by adding of sodium bicarbonate. As a fire extinguisher because it produces and reaction with HCl it produces sodium chloride followed by carbon dioxide, which can stops the flame. Hence, that is said to be the fire extinguisher. And this particular sodium bicarbonate based fire extinguishers are said to be the soda fire extinguishers, and to produce carbon dioxide wherever is necessary. And the major use of sodium bicarbonate is as baking powder. Baking powder majorly consisting of sodium bicarbonate, calcium dihydrogen phosphate, starch, and the sulfates of sodium aluminum. Such kind of combinations are present, and this is generally used in making of bakery items known as baking powder. Microcosmic salt, that is sodium ammonium hydrogen phosphate tetrahydrate, is said to be the microcosmic salt. It is a colorless crystalline solid. It is prepared when 1:1 ratio of ammonium chloride and disodium hydrogen phosphate in water are heated. As a result, this sparingly soluble sodium ammonium hydrogen phosphate tetrahydrate formation occurs, and it is, as being it is sparingly soluble, it can be separated and it is crystallized and recrystallized to get the pure compound. And this 1:1 ratio containing the structure of microcosmic salt is phosphate ion connected with H, connected with sodium ion, and connected with the ammonium is said to be the, with 4 water of hydrations is said to be the microcosmic salt. The uses of the microcosmic salt depends on the product liberated on heating. That is derivative of metaphosphoric acid, that is sodium metaphosphate is liberated. The sodium metaphosphate structure is like this, and this is used for the bead test, just like of the borax, and it is used for detecting the colored ions in the qualitative analysis. Suppose if it is allowed to react with, that is sodium metaphosphate, and reaction with copper 2 plus oxide, copper oxide, that is cupric oxide, copper sodium phosphate, which is of blue color, manganese sodium phosphate, violet color, calcium sodium phosphate, blue color, such kind of structures, and the colors will be there. Thereby, the cation ion present in the oxide, metal oxide related ion can be detectable. Biological importance of sodium and potassium. Sodium and potassium are very essential for the proper functions of the body. Whereas a normal human body of 60 kg consisting the less in concentration of sodium and more in concentration of the potassium, we will go for that particular calculation also. Whereas generally sodium is present inside the cell, whereas out of the cell the potassium ions are present. These concentration differences of the sodium inside and the potassium outside produces electrical potential. That electrical potential is responsible for the proper functioning of the cell, nerves, muscles, etc. Whereas these are also applicable for the activation of the enzymes in the transmission of the nerve signals. The potential difference is responsible to send the messages from one part to other part through nerves. Hence, in the transmission of nerve signals and the muscle signals, its concentration difference is very, very important. And also, the channels are there at the membrane which will connect the outside portion of the cell and the interior of the cell. The channels opening and channels closing is due to the concentration differences, through which only water molecules will enter into the cell. Not only the water molecules, for the biological process, amino acids followed by protein synthesis and the energy releasing in mitochondria, these are all are possible on sending amino acids as well as the sugar molecules into the cell. The proper channels are getting opened with the signals given by the concentration differences of sodium and potassium present inside and the outsides of the cell. Thus, these are also helpful for the transport of amino acids as well as sugar molecules into the cell through the proper pumps, otherwise the channels. A average weight of human 60 kg or 65 to 70 kg is consisting 90 grams of sodium, whereas potassium concentration is almost all double. It is 170 grams per the 70 kg of the human body. Some of the important compounds of the alkali metals. Alkali metals are maintaining many of the chemical combinations. Some of them are very useful, and the list of some of them are sodium sesquil carbonate, which is also known as trona, that is combination of sodium carbonate to sodium bicarbonate to 2H2O. Either it is efflorescent or it is deliquescent, hence it is used for the cleaning or washing of the wool. Second one is soda lye, that is aqueous sodium hydroxide is said to be the soda lye. This is used for the many of the processes. One of the laboratory reagent used in the preparation of soaps, dyes, drugs. Whereas potash lye, similar to soda lye, this is potassium hydroxide. And generally potassium hydroxide is used to take up the carbon dioxide because the formed potassium bicarbonate is more soluble. And the next one is black ash. Black ash is sodium carbonate and the calcium sulfide combination, whereas which is acting as a source of approximately some 40% of sodium carbonate. The Liebland's process, before the getting of the sodium carbonate, the black ash is going to be prepared. And the fusion mixture, that is sodium carbonate and the potassium carbonate 1:1 ratio, used in qualitative analysis. Whereas soda lime, sodium hydroxide, calcium oxide, which is used for the decarboxylation process. Pearl ash, that is potassium carbonate, whereas it is used to prepare the hot variety of the glass. And the Glauber salt, sodium sulfate 10H2O, which is used as a laboratory reagent for the removal of water present in the organic components. Whereas polyhalite, that is potassium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, calcium sulfate, hexahydrate, that is one of the mineral of the potassium. And Nessler's reagent K2HgI4, that is used for detection of presence of ammonia. And saltpeter, Indian saltpeter is potassium nitrate used in gunpowder, whereas sodium thiosulfate Na2H2O3 5H2O, that is used in photofixing. Whereas oxone, sodium peroxide, used to liberate oxygen from the carbon dioxide and acting as good oxidizing agent, and we will use in laboratory as a normal reagent. These are all are some of the other compounds which may not be discussed, and they are very important as per the components of the alkali metals concerned in the chemical literature.